Good morning, everyone. So, today we are going to do the physical simulation about the clothes and collision simulation. Let's take a look about the final result. Okay, so as far as you can see, there are three spheres located in the capsule, and all of them has the closed property. Also, all of them has the collision property. So they will collide with each other. And all of them will be pushed by these two metal plates. And these two metal plates also has collision property. So through this way, we can have such an amazing and interesting effect. So for the following tutorial, we will show you how to make this kind of face expression, how to set the physical property, and finally, how to set these simple and cute animations. Okay, so let's get started. So first thing is let's open up a new file and let's create a new mesh sphere. We can go to Add, choose Mesh, and choosing icosphere. Or we can simply using the hotkey Shift and A. So let's press Shift and A, go to Mesh, and choosing icosphere. Before you do any other operation, please go to this instant panel and let's increase the number of subdivision. Probably let's go to 3. Once you finish this one, we can start to enlarge or change another property of this sphere. Let's enlarge a little bit and then right click, choose Shade Smooth, make this one become a smooth sphere. So now we have this little sphere. Let's press Z and go to the material preview mode. I want to apply some material for this UV sphere. So let's split your window. Move your mouse icon to the border and you will turn into a little curved section. Then you are allowed to split your window. Change the window editor type to shade editor. And we can turn off this one, just press N key on your keyboard. So let's choose in this sphere and go to material and create a new one. So let's call this one color. So I think we can just simply make this one probably red and also make this one more shiny and maybe have some reflection, metal reflection. So it looks perfect. Now we are going to apply the face expression just like what we did before. Let's press Shift A again, just like what we did before. Shift A, Mesh, Plan. And then increase the segment of the plan. So how can we do that? Actually, we can firstly move this one out, rotate this one to 90 degrees, R and Y 90. Go to Edit mode, press the Tab key, or just simply go to Edit mode. Right click, subdivision for 3 times. So now it will have more face. Next part, let's create texture for this face. So let's go choosing this model first, go to material, then choosing new. Let's call the material face expression. Now choosing this principal BSDF, let's press Ctrl and T. This is a hotkey for node wrangler. So let's choosing Ctrl and T, create an image node. So now we can open up the face expression texture. Let's go to here, open, and then find out the location that we put the face expression texture. Let's choose all of them and choosing open image. So now it show up, but the direction is wrong, but it's okay. Let's just simply rotate. Press R and X, rotate R and X, rotate 90 degrees. So now we have. And don't forget to check auto refresh, otherwise it won't auto refresh the image. But right now, as far as I can see, it's black. It doesn't has the alpha, the transparency part. So in order to do that, we have to connect the alpha to alpha channel. So now it will become transparent. So for the next things, the things we can do is using another modifier to force this plane snap to this target sphere. So let's choose this face plane and choosing auto add modifier. The things we are going to use is shrink wrap. So let's choosing the second one right here, shrink wrap. And let's choosing the target geometry, this one. So now you can see we have. That's the things we have. Let's move this one more close to your geometry. Although it doesn't perfectly fit, but you can see that Blender helps us to make the face follow the shape of the target sphere. So we have to adjust the intersection area. So let's adjust the number of offset. Probably make this one bigger a little bit. It still looks a little bit weird, so probably I will just simply change this one. Change the typology of this geometry. Let's go to edit mode. We can temporarily turn off this modifier or just simply delete. Let's hide this one. Go to edit mode. I want to make all the rectangle become triangle. Let's press A key on your keyboard. Select all the face and go to Mesh, Face, Triangulate Face. Let's choose this one. Or if you want, you can make another one using the poke face. It will be even better. So once we finish, I hope the result can be better. So let's unhide the sphere. Press Auto and Edge. Unhide the sphere. And now let's call out this plane again. Let's move this one out. Scale up. Go to find the modifier shrink wrap. Choosing the target. Let's do that again. Okay. And then change the offset setting. So now we have, it looks perfect. Let's play the animation. Okay, it looks perfect. So let's choosing this one and choosing the target sphere, press Ctrl and P so that we can set a parent relationship for these two objects. Let's choosing keep transform. So now the face will follow the movement of the sphere. So that's the things we want to do. For the next part, the things we have to do is to set the physical property. So for the next things we are going to do, we have to apply the physical property. Let's turn off the shade editor. Let's just move your icon to the border and drag. Your mouse will turn into an arrow so that you can turn off the editor. Let's duplicate more. Probably we can choose in the first one and Shift D, or we can do this after we apply the physical property. So we don't have to redo that again. Let's choose a sphere first and let's go to the physics setting. The first thing we need to have is the close. Okay. The second one we need to have is a collision. So for the close, I think for you guys, you are not that familiar with the close setting. Let's just quickly take a look. So first things, you can change the close into different default settings. For example, if you want to have cotton, denim, leather, rubber, you can choose in this one. But for this time, I will just simply use in a default one. And also for the quality state, if you want to have a better simulation result, you can increase the number. But meanwhile, it will increase the simulation time. And also the speed multiplier, it will speed up the entire simulation, but also it will jump out some step. So just remember this two is about the simulation precisions. And for the following part, the physical property, collision, this part is very, very important. Also for the collision and soft body part is also very, very important. So let's take a look. For the physical property part, basically it will be about the stiffness and damping. And inside these two things, the most important parameter will be tension and compression. Just like what we showed you before about the soft body, we have the similar property. So the tensions, it will be about the force which pull the object away. And for the compression, it will be about the force which can push the object. So it's a little bit different, and both they have the opposite direction. So if you increase the number right here, it will look like pretty much like a very strong and very steady plastic ball. And if you decrease the number, no matter it's about damping or it's about stiffness, it will make your stuff look more soft, more like a balloon or more like clothes. So let's decrease the number into 5. And also let's turn on the internal spring. For the internal spring, it will create a simulation just like all the vertex there is a little spring inside. And you can change the parameter about the tension and compression. Again, I want to decrease this one because I hope that sphere can be pushed by the metal plate. So let's just decrease all of them. So for the rest of the part right now, we don't have to change that. For the pressure, if you turn on this one, let's take a look. It will make your geometry expand because it will just like there's the inner pressure come out. So that's how it works. But for now, I want to turn off them. So let's turn this one into 0. So let's play. Okay, so nothing happened because right now we don't have any object to crash this one. So also, I don't want this guy be affected by the gravity. So let's still move your panel to the bottom part. I want to turn off the gravity. So let's turn the gravity to 0. So I think the setting is pretty much down. Let's play. So it will not be affected by the gravity. Let's choose this sphere and duplicate one more. Shift D, copy one more, and move this one to the side. So now we have. The next part of the things we are going to do is create the metal plate. So let's press Shift A, mesh, and choose this cylinder. Let's move this one to the side and rotate R and X 90 degrees. Scale this one down. Press S and Y. Scale up. And apply the collision property. For another side, I want to do the same things. So let's go to the front view. Press 3 and you can go to the front view. Let's move these two plates very close to our sphere. Just like this. And now let's go to animation. Let's set the key. The first one, press K, set the location. The second one, do the same thing. Press K, set the location. And now let's go to the frame 40. Just move a little bit about this plate. Otherwise, they were intersected. Press K, location. Press K, location. Sorry, this one I haven't moved that. So let's move, press K, location. So now we have. So the next thing is we are ready to do the simulation. Let's wipe out the node and start to do the simulation. Okay, so if I press play button, well, it looks fine. Basically, I think all the thing looks fine, but right now because of the force and it doesn't have any gravity, so it starts to flow away. So probably it's not the perfect result. I want to create a glass shell which can cover these two spheres. So let's press Shift A, mesh, and choose cylinder. Sorry, not this one. Shift A, mesh, cylinder. Rotate this one to 90 degrees. R and X 90. Enlarge this one. Go to the front view. Press S and Y, scale up, and move the cylinder to this side. Adjust a little bit. Probably we can make this one bigger than the metal plate. And for the other side, I want to delete these two sides. So let's go to Edit Mode, press Tab key, go to Edit Mode, choose the face on the side, delete face. So now we have. And then go to Modifier. I want to increase some thickness. So let's go to Modifier, choose Solidify, and increase the number of thickness. Choosing Apply. I don't want to increase the loading of my laptop, so I will just simply choose Apply. Let's right click and choose this one, Auto Smooth, so make the surface become more smooth. Let's choose this one and go to Physical Property and choose Collisions. So now we have. Also, I want to create a material for this shell, so I will just simply choose Material Principal BSDF. Let's increase the number of alpha, and also I want to change the surface property. Let's choosing, yeah, it's fine, ray trace transmission, and then alpha. Let's decrease the number. IOR, I will change this one to 1.4, something like that. Make this one super soft, metallic, reflection a little bit. So now let's take a look. If you don't want to have this kind of noise, we can go to the render setting. So let's go to here and choosing jitter shadows. So I hope that now it will be better. So let's get started. Let's start to play. Okay, much better. And it was still floating away, but well, at least it will stay in the same position because of the restrictions of the tube. So next thing is I want to solve this problem because once we press, it will intersect it into the sphere. It's not a good thing. So let's increase the number of offset. Probably a little bit. And also, I want to change a little bit about the gravity. I think right now, we can just add on a little bit about the gravity. So let's choose a sphere, go to the physical simulation, and go to the field weight and increase a little bit about the gravity. Probably 0.2 will be fine. Let's choose 0.2. So now let's turn on everything. Start. Okay, so that's exactly what the things I showed to you. Maybe it's not perfect, but basically the idea is pretty much the same. So for the rest of the thing, it will be about how to set up the material, how to set up the light. So that's another thing. I will stop right here so you can try that by yourself. And for the movement of the plate, just like what we said before, because it's relatively simple, you can simply using armature to do that. Or we can just simply use keyframe animation. Both of them can work, depend on how you want to do. So I think that's all for today. Thank you for watching. See you next time.